Good evening, everybody. Happy Super Sunday. This is C Temptation coming at you again with another live stream of Chicago Talk. Want to start off with this live stream by saying namaste, peace be unto you and everybody that is watching this video. Now, I came on this live stream this evening because I want to talk about three different subjects. One of the subjects I want to talk about breaking news about the shooting that happened in Texas, and that was like 40 miles east of Texas. The second topic I want to talk about is about this 14-year-old boy who lived in Henderson, Nevada, that was shot and killed by his father. Okay, and the third topic I'm going to talk about, I'm going to give my input about Tyrese. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. Hello, Felicia. How you doing? Hello, Jay Real. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream of Chicago Talk. So what I want to do, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, allowing for some people to chime in. And then afterwards, then I'll get right into these three stories. Because I want to kind of change the format up a little bit. Hello, Madeline. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Alicia, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. How you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing? So yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple of more minutes to allow some more people to chime in on the live stream because I'm quite sure they probably got the notifications. Yeah, but like I said, I kind of decided to change the format up a little bit because I know yesterday I did mention that I was going to talk about some information I found out about Dr. King. But after I took time out and kind of thought about it real carefully, I kind of decided to retract that. And I kind of want to talk about these other two stories because, even though I'm going to give my input about this Tyrese story, but tonight on this live stream, I want to kind of focus in on more real topics and more real issues. What's really going on, though, because, other than celebrities. Because even though I know that I have spoken on celebrities in the past, though, but, today I want to kind of, want to change the format a little bit because I want to kind of focus on a little bit more real topics because when you talk about people's lives being sacrificed, that's something a little bit more serious than versus talking about a celebrity because at the end of the day, even though we give our, inputs and give our feelings and stuff, express how we feel, but at the end of the day, these people are going to do what the hell they want to do regardless. So like I said, so far 10 people chimed in on the live stream. I'm going to kind of give it a couple of more minutes, maybe give it until about maybe 15, maybe 20. Hello, Davina Williams. Welcome to the live stream. Happy Sunday to everybody that has chimed in. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Had to kind of, I decided to get some Pepsi because I know my throat gets kind of, hello, Forever Awakened, one of my favorite subscribers. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Now, I was just saying because I know how my throat gets kind of real dry real fast and it starts sounding hoarse. So I kind of want to keep a beverage, on the side just in case. If it gets dry, then I can be able to drink and still talk at the same time. So, if I have to stop for a few minutes just to take a sip, then I just want to apologize and excuse myself in advance just in case because I know maybe it's just the weather or something. No, in Chicago because, this weather's really been funny. And, like I said, with my throat getting dry a lot, I had to stop, and clear my throat. So I just said, well, maybe if I sip on something, maybe it'll help me, to kind of keep up with the flow of things or the conversation. So, what can I say? So, yeah, I'm going to wait for a few more people to see if any more people are going to chime in. And then afterwards, and I'm going to go ahead and get right on into this these conversations about these three topics, especially the first two, though, because they are so, important, especially that breaking news about that shooting, because that is, man, that is just, I don't know, personally, I can't speak on anybody else, but I'm going to state this. I don't know what in the hell is going on with this country. I don't know where this country is leading to, but the way how the trend is going right now, it looks like that we're heading towards a world of destruction. And contrary to popular opinion, I find that to be really, 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 really sad, though. Because, what is this world coming into? Because first, we're dealing with the incident that happened in Charleston, Virginia. Then that incident that happened in Vegas when all those people got shot and killed. Now we're dealing with this incident that's going on in Texas right now. And I mean, I just don't understand though, where is this country leading to? I mean, people has just been so destructive. And this is just, there was horrible. 20 people died. Yeah, hold on, baby. I'm going to give me a couple of minutes though, because I'm going to wait for a couple more people to see if they're going to chime in and say something. And afterwards, then I'll get into the conversation about this situation. So just hold your thought though. Like I said, I mean, I know where you're going, so just hold tight. Like I said, give it a few minutes. What's going on, Frank? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you bees? So hold on forever. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes, because it's like 13 people that chimed in so far. So maybe I'll probably say about 15. Hi, Latanya, how you doing? Yeah, I know. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Chosen gift, I see you. How you doing? Yeah, so I'm probably give it like maybe say 3. Let me see, it's 15 people chimed in so far. Maybe a couple more people, then I'll get right into these stories though, and then talk about it and give my input, and everybody else could definitely give their input as well. So okay, we're at 16 so far, so I'll probably give it, let's see, one more person to see. Hello, Gina, how are you doing? Good evening. For everybody that chimed in though, welcome to another live stream of Chicago Talk. Hello, Miss Kimberly Barron. I see you in the building. I got you, sister girl. I see you. Okay, 15. So I'll say about 2 more people, and I'm gonna go ahead and start though. But yeah, like I said, for the people that's just chiming in on the live stream. Yes, thank you so much, Gina. Thank you. Want to give a shout out to all of the people that have sent me emails to check on me, to keep up with me periodically. For the people that actually email me, I thank you so very much, though, for the bottom of my heart, because like I said, if it weren't for my subscribers, my followers, and my friends, then there wouldn't be a C Temptation. So, again, I thank all of my people, though, that, like I said, who actually had emailed me and sent their prayers, though. And like I said, I really appreciate it. I really, really do. Because, I mean, it's like, hell, you guys are my extended family, though. And I really do, I have nothing but love for each and every one of you, regardless on what it is. So, but like I said, I'm doing better. I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting everything, getting my little business in order and stuff. So it's coming up slowly but surely. So, okay, we're at 16 people that's in so far. Give it one more person, and after that, then I'm going to go ahead and start. I'll give it about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and start and talk about these stories. Thank you so much. Yes, I have to give my thanks to the Creator, though, because if it weren't for the Creator, I don't know where I'll be at right now. So the Creator is definitely the Alpha and Omega, the inner and the outer for sure. Thanks a lot, Frank. I really appreciate it. I hope, you guys are doing well yourselves, with yourselves and family. Okay, we're at 17 people, so I'm going to go ahead and, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start. Now, with some breaking news. Now, who is this? Hello, Minnie. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream, another live stream, I should say. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into this conversation now. For the past 7 months, like I said, I have worked extremely hard in terms of trying to build this plateau and build my audience, and talk about a variety of subjects as far as Chicago Talk, not just what's going on here in Chicago, but also dealing with subjects across America. Now, I know that one of the things that made my channel a success, though, it was about the Steve Harvey story. And don't get me wrong, though, like I said, it was a blessing, though, that I did build my plateau so fast. And I appreciate everybody showing love and support. But now, tonight's video, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Like I said, I'm going to touch more on some more real issues. For those of you that already have chimed in onto the channel, I'm going to talk about 3 different subjects. Like I said, I know yesterday's video, I did state that I was going to talk about Dr. King, but after giving some thought about it, I kind of decided I'm going to retract that. So I'm going to kind of touch on these other two stories. And then at the end, towards the end of this live stream, I'm going to kind of give my intake about this Tyrese situation. And the reason why I'm going to touch on Tyrese is because, number one, I loved him as an artist, and number two, he was a poet, and I did heard his poetry before, and he was very, very good, because when you're talking about poetry, you're talking about a form of expression, and not just from the soul, but you're talking about on a spiritual level. And when you talk about spirituality, that comes from within, and he has did a 360-degree change, though, but we're going to get on that in just a little while. But the main thing I want to kind of touch on tonight is about these first two topics. Now, today, and I'm quite sure everybody heard about this, about breaking news about the shooting that took place in Texas. It was like it happened 40 miles east of San Antonio, where this man had came from a gas station, and he was driving from the gas station to the church. He stepped outside his vehicle, and he just opened fire on the church. And after so many number of shots, though, he came right into the church and he started shooting. Now, from what I read on the story and what was reported, it was a total of 27 people that were killed and 20 people that were injured. Oh, okay. All right. I got you, Manny. I'm with you. Yeah, it was 27 people that were killed and 20 people that were injured. Now, that raises a red flag, in my opinion, because my question is, what in the hell is going on with our country? What is going on with the people in Washington, D.C., as far as our leaders? What's going on? Now, from what I understood, though, that the time of the shooting today, it happened around 11:30 this morning, and Donald Trump was supposed to have been reportedly, though, that he was over in China. And he did extend his prayers and stuff to the people. But, and this is just how I feel about it. And everybody, you could express your opinion. You might have a different opinion about him. But this is my thing about this. This is a bad time for him to do all that traveling. And we have a lot more greater issues that's taking place here in America than anything else. So, I think what it is right now is, we've had a lot of shootings in Chicago. But I can see right now it's like more like a domino effect. It's starting to take place around across the country. And, and it's really, really sad, man. It's like it's time for a change. It's time for, as far as our legislation to pass more stricter gun laws, to try to get a handle on this and try to get these criminals off the streets in terms of, these people getting killed, innocent people getting killed. And it's just to the point right now, and this is just my personal opinion. Hell, it's so scary right now. You can't even walk outside to go to the grocery store. You're afraid for your life as far as going to work. Hell, and then even with these people and stuff, though, they went to church, and they're minding their own business. They call themselves want to try to praise the Holy Spirit. And you can't even do that, though, because 27 people died. 20 people were injured because they attended church by this idiot, which I'm quite sure that he was emotionally unstable. Just walked in and just started blasting, just taking these people's lives. And and for what? Hell, for what? It doesn't make any type of sense. And, we have to do more than just pray. We need to do more than just pray. We need to do more than just march. We need to start getting some petitions out, letting legislation know, which I might have to look into in terms about how to start a petition, letting legislation know though, that they need to come up with more stricter gun laws, though, and actually pass it and come up with something more solid. Hello, Joyce. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. And Joyce, I know you just chiming in, though. We're talking about the situation, about the breaking news and what happened with that shooting in Texas. It took place 40 miles east of San Antonio. And that's what we're discussing. And, excuse me. But people, what I want you to do, because I want to keep an open dialogue about this particular piece of news about the shooting. Leave a comment in the chat room and let me know what you think about this shooting. Because only thing we could do at this point is pray for the victims, pray for the families, for the people who got killed, for the people who were injured. But it's time out for all of that we shall overcome type of bullshit. I mean, we need to do more than just sit back and pray. I mean, it's time for us to start getting some petitions involved, letting the legislation know, though, that, hey, we need to pass more stricter gun laws. They need to have more police out there on the street, though, in terms of trying to get these fools off the streets. They need to serve more jail time, because if you're talking about murder, hell, you're talking about an automatic 25 years to life, and then you're talking about someone was injured. I don't know, that's considered assault or manslaughter. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not an attorney, but something needs to be done, though, about this, because it's just, I mean, first it was it Charleston, West Virginia, and then it was Las Vegas, and then now what happened in Texas. Let me see. Yeah, Joyce, I understand. No, my prayers definitely go out to you. One of my subscribers, Joyce Torrance, she said that she has family in San Antonio, so definitely extend your prayers out to her. And also, Joyce, kid, probably you need to call them just to make sure that they're doing okay. But I agree, people are just nuts out here. I mean, I don't know what in the hell is going on with America nowadays. People just done gone crazy as a Betsy bug, and I don't know. Maybe somebody can make me understand it. I don't get it. How you doing, Tanya? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Another live stream of Chicago Talk, I should say. How are you this evening? And happy Sunday. But I agree with you, Joyce. I mean, these people is just done gone stone crazy. Salima, how you doing? How you doing? I love you too, and thank you for chiming in again on the live stream of Chicago Talk again, another segment. Chosen Gift. Let me see. I pray for all those who were shot and killed. All these shootings aren't necessary. People are just shooting others because they feel they can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, what is the purpose of killing somebody? I mean, if they're not causing any harm to you, if they're not causing any harm to your children or to your family, then I mean, what's the purpose? I mean, for what? What is this sick fool trying to prove? I mean, what the hell is he trying to prove? When I found out, when I got wind of that story and I saw that video on YouTube about him, I'm sitting back going, I don't get it. I just do not freaking get it. I mean, why? That's the main question I want to know, is just why? I mean, for what reason? I don't get it. I just do not understand why people's minds are just so destructive. And I think that's part of the problem, because anytime that when you come up with these type of you conducting these destructive things, you have destructive thoughts. And I mean, and when you talk about the power of your brain and power of thought, that's not far as coming from the outer, or the vision coming from the outer. That's coming from within you. If you're thinking about killing some people or doing some rotten to someone, then 99.9% of the time, you're going to make that happen, because every action, there's always a reaction. Let me see. Kimberly Bear. It goes on and on and on. People are dealing with deep depressions and just reacting on it. It's sad, and Donald Trump can do something about it, but of course he's not. I like you. Would you like to know why? It's so very... Yeah, I mean, the situation itself is just so fucking sad, though, why they just killing 27 people. And then for what I researched, they said that's the most, as far as statistics, so that's the most amount of people that was killed in the history of Texas. And I'm sitting back going I'm like, what? Really? Are you serious? And it just... Damn, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And when does all this shooting start? I mean, stop. I mean, because it's bad enough we're dealing with that in Chicago as it is, but, all across America, I mean, damn, really? Come on now. It's time for Americans to get it together. I mean, we really need to get our minds together and just cut out all the shenanigans and stuff. Because I just don't get it. I really don't. And that brings me to my next story, though. Hold on one second. Let's see. I don't want to sound like an old cliche, but these are the last days. We're deep into it. You know something? You may think that, but I don't know about far as now. I do believe, though, we're living in a different time. I do agree we are in a different time, but the last days, the universe don't quite work like that, but that's just me. That's just how I feel about it. And it's not so much of the universe, it's the people that lives in the universe. It's really a sad thing about this. Let me see. There is no punishment behind something like this. The shotter gets a slap on the wrist. Law enforcement. I definitely agree. Definitely law enforcement needs to step up. That's why I'm going to try to do some research probably sometime during this week to try to get a petition going on saying, that we need more strict gun laws. And it's time for law enforcement to step up and try to get a handle on all these shootings, because then it's really done got out of hand and it's really ridiculous. I mean, if legislation is refusing to do something about it, then it's time for the citizens of America to step up and do something about it, because we have to protect our country and we have to protect ourselves. Because what people fail to realize in America is about the people and for the people and about the people. Let me see. Minnie Jones, my subscriber, she said he killed the pastor. Do you mean the pastor or the pastor's daughter? And he was killed. They're not sure if it was an officer or the person that lived next to the church. Now, I'm a little confused, Minnie. Are you talking about the pastor and his daughter, or the pastor's daughter? I'm a little confused. Joyce Torrance, I live in Texas, and this is a shot. We are safe nowhere. I definitely agree, Joyce. I definitely agree. And it's a sad situation, though, straight across the board, because I'm really feeling bad for these people in Texas, because it's like, when are we going to get this shit together? When are we going to get it right, though? Cut out all this goddamn killing, though. And I mean, how are these dudes getting access to these guns? That's the next question. Let me see. Yes, it is. And it's, how you doing, Elizabeth? And welcome to the live stream, and thank you for chiming in. Yeah, the killings. Okay, the pastor's daughter. I got you. Yeah, all these killers, they're definitely ridiculous, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay, but I got you, Minnie, the pastor's daughter. But but the bottom line is, it's just really, really sad and doesn't make any sense. Chili Willie, good evening to you, sir, and welcome to the live stream of Chicago Talk. Okay, his response, thank goodness one of the churchgoers had a gun too. If not, more would have been killed. Good Lord, have mercy. I mean, hell, it's to the point now that church people have to carry guns just to go to church? Really? How you doing, Elizabeth? How you doing? Welcome to another live stream of Chicago Talk. They got to carry guns just to oh my God. I mean, these people are something else. I'm hanging in there, Elizabeth. I'm hanging in there. I'm tripping. I'm talking about this situation, about that shooting that happened in Texas at that church. It's really freaking sad. I mean, it's really sad, and it just breaks my heart just to hear some bullshit like that. I mean, that happened to all these individuals, and it really doesn't make any sense. But that brings me on to my next subject, talking about murders. Baby, let me tell you. Check this out, people. Now, you better hold on to your seats, though, because this is a twister right here. Now, I was watching a video today on YouTube, and go check him out as well, though. He gives good stories, though. His name is Walter Lee Hampton Jr. He's very, very good, though. I'm actually a subscriber of his. And he did posted a video today, and he was talking about this 14-year-old boy. Yeah, I know, Tanya. The situation is definitely getting worse. Walter was talking about actually two 14-year-old boys, but this is the one I wanted to stress on the most, though, because it really shocked me. This 14-year-old black boy who was killed, who was murdered by his own daddy. And check this out, people. The reason why that this young man's father killed the boy was because he was gay, because his whole mentality was he'd rather have a dead son than a gay son. I mean, and when I first saw that video, I was like, God damn, what kind of twisted bullshit is that? I mean, that's what you call a prime example of stupidity. Yes, Chili, yes, it is. That was my same reaction. I was like, damn. I mean, regardless, whether if the boy was gay or bisexual or whatever the case is. If he was born like that, he was born like that. I mean, whatever happens, either you accept him as he is, though. Regardless on whether he's gay or not. that is still your son. And my thing is, why in the hell would any black father sit up here and kill a young son, kill his son because of his sexual preference? Now, like I said, me personally, I don't have anything. I mean, even though it's not me, but in the same breath, I do not have anything against the LGBT community. I mean, I respect everybody. I have gay friends. I have met, I have worked with women, though, who were lesbians. I don't have anything against that. But for a parent to sit up here and pass judgment like that on their own goddamn child because of their sexual preference. And I think they said that the father had pulled a gun on his boyfriend one day. And they interviewed his former foster mother, and the foster mother stated, though, how this young man was abused all of his life and by his father, and his father wasn't hardly at home. And basically, this young man had to fend for himself. He was never hardly there. And the whole situation is sad, going back to this killing. I mean, because the boy is gay. I mean, so goddamn what? That's still your flesh and blood. Why would you want to take his life like that? I mean, that's not up to you, though. I mean, you don't have, he didn't have any type of right to do that. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Thank you, Chili Willie. Thank you for that. Keep mentioning that. Thank you, baby. Let me see. Zilma Hall, how you doing? And welcome to the live stream. Let me see. She said, for real. So how is murder better than gay? Exactly my point. Exactly. A sin is a sin so sad you're supposed to love your kids unconditionally. He ain't God. Pretty sure he wasn't an innocent teen himself. So sad. Yeah. I mean, Elizabeth, let's see. That's a really good question. What happened to the unconditional love from parents? Baby, I think my personal opinion, that so-called unconditional love flew out the window a long time ago. I mean, because when I found out about that story, I said, what sick son of a bitch would sit up here and try to murder his own child because he's gay? I mean, the fuck? Really? Come on now. I mean, at 14 years old, he could have been a future doctor. Excuse me. He could have been a future doctor. He could have been a future lawyer. He could have been a future scientist. Okay. He could have been a musician. He could have been a minister. He could have been anything that he wants. But to sit up here and take that boy's life like that because you don't agree with his sexual preference, get the fuck out of here. Because my thing is, because once that boy turns 21 and gets out there on his own, ain't a goddamn thing the father could have said or done about it, because legally he would have been an adult. And at the end of the day, once he be turned into an adult, he was going to do what the hell he wanted to do regardless. Yes, and exactly my point, Joyce. Joyce, her comment was, gay people are people too, and only God has the right to judge. But the type of spirit that I know about, and this is just me personally, this is only me, the type of spirit that I know is universal. The spirit is around us, within us. If you look outside and look at the trees, look at the leaves, look at the grass, look at the birds. If you look at the insects, that ain't nothing but the creator. Man didn't create that, And then for this one individual to pass that type of a judgment like that on this young man because he likes boys and girls, that's not ignorance. That's just downright stupidity. And, for him to do something horrific like that, dude, how dare you? How dare you? And I hope and pray, though, and found out he's in prison now. I think this happened like this past Thursday. And for him to do something horrific like that, I hope that sick son of a bitch never sees life ever again. The father took his son's life. He doesn't. That's what I'm saying. For a sick son of a bitch like that, he deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison. Every time he looks at the mirror in himself, though, he needs to be looking at his son's reflection. And that's just how I feel about it. I may not agree with my child's sexual preference, but to take exactly my point. Exactly. Now the dad will spend the rest of life in jail thinking about what he did to his son. Apparently he didn't care, though, because if he actually cared, then, he was sat down and talked about it with his son in the first place. Because from what I gathered on that story, what happened is that him and the dad got into a real heated argument about this particular subject. I mean, the argument got heavy. It was heavy and it was very heated. And what happened when they, in the middle of the argument, the dad decided to pull out a gun and he shot that boy. And the neighbors heard the gunshot go off. And when I found out about that story, I said, this is so goddamn sad. It is just pathetic. Because of the fact that he can't come to grips and to accept his son for what he truly is. And see, and my thing is, I don't care if you're gay, if you're on the down low, if you're bisexual, trisexual, whatever the case is. I mean, regardless of how you feel, I mean, that child was still a human being and he was created. He came from the creator. What this do to... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chili Willie. I mean, your question is, what does that have to do with religious beliefs? I mean, but even though the dad wasn't gay, I'm sure he made mistakes in his life. Exactly my point, Elizabeth. I mean, and that's what a lot of parents don't understand, though. They don't want to realize, though, that they made mistakes throughout their life growing up. Going to prison, he will be somebody. You ain't never lied, Minnie. I mean, are you talking about he's going to be somebody's prison? BITCH? Yes, he will. Absolutely. I mean, and you know something, Zalima, that's just not only hate, that's just my personal opinion. I think that was just downright stupidity. I mean, that was just stupidity on the daddy's behalf. And then I don't understand how is it that the boy got back in his father's custody if the foster mother knew that he was being abused all of his life. Well, then the father goes to jail, he's going to turn. Oh, well, if let the chips fall where they may. That's all I got to say as far as a reference to that is concerned. I mean, he should have thought about all of that. And I mean, and if he wasn't sure about it, I mean, as many people got access to the internet, if he wasn't sure about it, all he had to do was just get on the internet and do research about it. Let me see. Tanya said, I don't have it into taking anyone's life. I damn sure will never tame my kid's life. I mean, no, but I'm saying is, though, that the daddy had killed his son, his 14-year-old son, because he was gay. And his whole mentality was that he'd rather have a dead son than versus having a gay son. Oh, my gosh. Elder Rashawn Shakur, welcome again. Welcome. And I want to say this is a dynamite man, though. I want to say namaste to you, sir. For those of you, like I said, please check out this young man's live stream, Elder Rashawn Shakur. I'm trying to get used to your last name, and I apologize. Yeah, check out Elder Rashawn Shakur. Elder, also, if you're listening, sir, you might want to follow up on the story. I was telling my listeners or telling my viewers about this story. I thought the elder would be sleeping by now. You got the wrong answer, though. He done chimed in on my last live stream. Yeah, but Elder, you might want to check out this story I was talking about. This happened on Thursday, how this 14-year-old boy was shot and killed by his daddy, and the reason being because his son was gay. And his whole mentality was he'd rather have a dead son than versus a gay son. And like I was telling my subscribers, I was like, how fucking stupid can you be? I mean, just who the hell are you to sit up here and pass judgment on anybody, not let alone sit up here and try to take your son's life like that? I mean, but I guess he was one of them stupid black men where he was like, well, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. No, that's not cool. I mean, that's not cool whatsoever because, anytime you commit a humongous crime like that, you're definitely going to do time for that. And when you're talking about first degree murder, baby, you're talking about anywhere between 25 years to life. And you want to sit up here and serve that amount of time in prison just because that you don't agree with your son's sexual preference? I mean, get the fuck out of here. But Elder, if you're listening, though, you might want to do a follow-up on that on your channel, though. And, just to give you a heads up. Yeah, but I thought I wanted to bring these two stories and bring some real to this because this is, we're living. I just don't know what to say because the way things are going, we are really living in a very fucked up, sick ass society. I mean, I don't know what the hell done got into these people with all this killing going on. man shooting people in the church, and this black daddy sat up there and killed this boy because he didn't agree with his sexual preference. I mean, how, and that shows you out there how people are so fucked up in the mind, though, and it's not even funny, and it's just so damn sad. I mean, it's like people are so more destructive than versus being constructive. If y'all feel me on that. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to the last and final story. But definitely leave your comments. I think I will do a follow-up. Oh yes, sir. Definitely do it. Yeah, because also, if you want some reference to that story, check out Walter Lee Hampton Jr.'s channel. That's where I found out about that story about that 14-year-old boy. But it's just really, and it happened in I think it was Henderson, Nevada. That's where it took place at. Yeah, I've always heard when you kill a kid, they're waiting on you in prison. Prisoners don't like people bothering. Oh hell no, they don't. That's one thing that those prisoners do not like. They have a serious problem when you fucking with the elderly, when you fucking with kids, and when you fucking with the women. I know that for a fact. When you fuck with one of those three in that category, your ass is grass. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, for people that is not on the live stream that's gonna catch this video on the back end, definitely leave your comment about these two subjects, though, about this shooting in Texas and that boy that got killed, the 14-year-old boy that was killed by his dad, and Henderson, Nevada. Definitely leave your comment on the bottom and let me express to me your thoughts on what you think about what took place. Now, on to the final and main event. Let's see, the elder is nothing. The truth, love him too. Amen to that, though. Like I said, I've been, and one thing, and I thank you, Elder Shakur, though. Like I said, he is, and one thing I wanted to compliment him on, though, and I really love you for this, Elder. He had did a video one day, though, about his favorite YouTubers. And he had named me as one of his favorite YouTubers. And I mean, I was shocked about it. And Elder, if you're listening, I wanted to say thank you so much, though, when you did that video. And I love you so very much. And I hope you keep watching. Because I'm planning on doing more videos, probably like next week, but I just got to get some topics together. But I'm going to kind of back away just a little bit from the celebrities, though, and then concentrate on the real issues that's taking place, because it's really sad out here. It really is. Thank you so much, Forever. I really appreciate that, because I've been really working hard on this live stream for the last almost 8 months now. And and I mean, the way how I conduct my channel is, I try to talk about, a variety of things, talking about health issues, talk about the celebrities, talk about things that's happening in world news, what's happening in the country. So I try to, touch on different subjects. Thank you so much, Elder. Yes, peace be on you. I want to say namaste to you, Elder. Peace be on you and your family as well. Elder Shakur said, thanks very much, my sister. Please, peace, blessings, and love to all the melanated families. So definitely give the Elder a shout out as well, though. Definitely shout out to Elder Rashawn Shakur, though. I got to get used to your last name, so if I mess up, Elder, so you have to please excuse me. Thank you so much, Salim. I really appreciate you as well, though. And I love my fans. I love my subscribers and followers. And also, you can reach out to me on Facebook. I'm actually on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. And I'm on Snapchat as well. So, I mean, even though I don't be on Snapchat that much, oh, my Lord, I got a surprise guest. Another member of our conscious community, the Conscious Effect. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Thank you, Tanya. I love you. I love you all. You've just been a blessing. Yeah, but definitely check out the Conscious Effect, though, because he be talking about some deep subjects as well. So definitely show him some love, and I want to say namaste to him. But yeah, these two are some powerful brothers. Like I said, shout out to the Elder Rashawn Shakur and to the Conscious Effect, though, because they're part of our conscious community. And we definitely got to show some love and respect, though, to our melanated people. That's good, Conscious Effect. But I thank you for chiming in. Like I said, I was talking about these two stories about the shooting, what happened in Texas, and was talking about this story that happened in Henderson, Nevada, about this 14-year-old boy that was killed by his father because of his sexual preference, because he was gay. That's crazy as hell. Elder Rashawn Shakur, Conscious Effect. Elder Rashawn Shakur, he did sent you a message. He said, love, he said, peace and love to you, Conscious Effect. Okay. And on to the main subject, my brothers and sisters, on to the main subject. Baby, I've been waiting on this though for 24 hours and I got to get this. Like I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it one time and I'm going to get this done and I'm going to be through with it. You hear me? I got a serious issue with that dude, Mr. Tyrese Gibson. I got to drop something on him because I've been hearing some things though that I do not like. Okay. Now, when he was into the music and was singing though, I had nothing but love and respect for this man. Oh yes, I'm about to get Tanya. Come on now, I'm about to get down on this motherfucker right here. Now, when I first, like I said, I had bought a CD. I heard his music. Hold on, Chosen Gift. Hold on. Let me speak my piece, and after that, then I'm gonna open up the floor to everybody. Oh yeah, Miss Tanya, I'm about to get down with this nigga right here. Even though somebody had told me not to talk about him, but I got to go in on this nigga right here. I got to go in because I saw some things though within the last couple of days that I didn't like. And everybody's been giving their input, but it's time for C Temptation to come and say something to this motherfucker right here. Oh yeah, hold on, Conscious Effect. Hold on, put your seatbelt on. I'm about to go in on this bastard. Now, let me get my Pepsi because I got to go in on this bastard. That brother. Oh, okay. Hold on, Joyce. Hold on. Now, got to get my caffeine in because I'm about to get it in. I'm about to get it in. Hold on. Okay. Now, when I bought his CD, I fell in love with his music and found out he was a poet. And I respect him as a poet because I'm a poet myself. Okay. And when you're talking about poetry, that's something that's spiritual, that you're speaking from the heart and your feelings are real. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker right here. It's like ever since that he's been in this custody battle with his wife and then he had these child abuse cases that he was facing. And then I saw all these goddamn videos of him over the weekend, especially with him on Instagram and YouTube, getting on there and crying, talking about he's paying $13,000 a month for child support. What more do you want from me? You sick son of a bitch. Let me tell you one motherfucking thing. Now, you a black man. You a member of the melanated family. It shouldn't have to take the goddamn court system to make sure that you're supposed to be responsible enough to take care of your daughter. That's what you're supposed to do as a man. God damn it, because if you helped create that little girl, then it's your responsibility to raise that little girl and teach her from right and wrong. And also it's up to her mother. And as far as her mother Norma is concerned, it's up to her to teach her the fundamentals of how to be a woman. Now, in terms about you, and let me state this, and I had to think about this, and then I watched this video by this brother named Robert Perkins, and it made a hell of a lot of sense what he said. You putting on these videos out here of all this goddamn crying, complaining about you got to pay child support. Then I saw a video that he did this morning. He was talking about his chef wasn't there. Then he got off all into this bullshit about what he did in the hood and he had to eat ramen noodles and all this bullshit. To me, my personal opinion, and you better hope and pray, Tyrese Gibson, and I'm going to hashtag him and tag him in on this video. He better hope and motherfucking pray, though, that the court system don't get wind of those videos, because if the courts get wind of those videos, they're going to classify him as being emotionally and mentally unstable and not capable of raising his daughter. Because it's already bad enough. He just got off on child abuse cases saying that he whooped his daughter to the point that she couldn't sit down. Now, I don't know about that, though, because that's what they used to do back in the day and stuff. They used to whoop asses until we couldn't sit down. But I know now we're in a different time, though. You can't hardly do that anymore because that's against the law, which I think that's kind of fucked up. But I could see disciplining your child, though. I go along with that. But far as just like beating her and abusing her, That's going too damn far. But as far as Tyrese Gibson is concerned, he better hope and pray that the court system don't get wind of those videos, because they're going to find him mentally and emotionally unstable. And they will definitely make sure that they give full custody to that baby's mama, to his ex-wife is concerned. So Tyrese Gibson, if you know what you're doing as far as for your own good is concerned, you need to go somewhere and sit your motherfucking ass down. You better start focusing on your career, get your priorities together, get your ass back in that goddamn studio, get you some music, get you some money going on, so you can keep up with them child support payments, stop all this bitching, stop all this crying, and man the fuck up, because that's what's wrong with these niggas nowadays, goddamn it. They sit up here, they cannot grab and hold on to their own motherfucking nuts. And I got a serious problem with that. You up there bitching and going through all these unnecessary changes and going all around the merry-go-round. And what you don't realize, though, it's a lot of dudes, especially on YouTube. It's a lot of dudes on there that's talking about your ass like a bitch, talking about you like a dog. So you need to sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere with all that old dumb fuck shit. And that's right. That is the truth. I seen that too. Tyrese is tripping. He should cry to himself when he put on social media. Right. And that's another thing, though. Okay, now I could see if you were single, maybe. But goddamn it, this motherfucker got a wife. So if you're gonna do all this crying and whining and all that, then he should have went to his own goddamn wife and cried on her goddamn shoulders. That's right, Alicia. He needs to grab onto his own nuts, and he needs to man the fuck up on all this bullshit and cut out all this old whining and crying. Because it don't make any sense. What the fuck you getting out of him? Good night, Elder Shakur, though. Peace and blessings to you. Elder Rashawn Shakur said peace and blessings, and he wishes everybody a good night to the melanated family. Yeah, this man has really, really lost it. Yeah, he done went from a man, and he definitely went back into baby boy mode. I agree with you, Tiny. He definitely slipped back into baby boy mode. And Elder Conscious Effects said, peace, Elder, and much love to you. Namaste. But I just, I'm looking at these videos and I'm like, I don't fucking get it. I just don't get it. What the fuck is wrong with him? And another thing I wanted to bring to you as well. Now, if I was that man's wife, if I was Tyrese's wife, I would take him to the nearest, and I repeat this, I would take him to the nearest mental health center to have him evaluated, because based on what he demonstrated, though, something is seriously wrong with this man. Why is he having tantrums on social media? That's what I'm stressing on, Zalima. He's having all these temper tantrums, bitching about, he loves his baby, and then going around flying on a plane, parading around that baby school talking about daddy loves you. Does that take all of that shit? And the only thing you're doing is embarrassing that little girl. And to me, that's totally unnecessary. Exactly, Elizabeth. Personal business ain't everybody's business all the time, period. Because my thing is, though, whatever goes on in your household, it should stay in your goddamn household. Yeah, that dude has really, that's what I'm saying, Chosen Gift. Where is his wife? This should be the time, though, where his wife should be standing strong with Tyrese instead of letting him get away with all these unnecessary temper tantrums, all this crying, and then he complaining about The Rock and all of that. Don't blame The Rock, though, for your personal motherfucking bullshit, because the difference is with The Rock, he has custody of his kids. You don't. You allowed 6 hours of visitation, but after that shit is cut short. So don't blame The Rock, though, for your mistakes and stuff. Look at yourself. You need to look at your mind and get your motherfucking priorities together and get your mind right. And that's real talk. Let me see. They back together as of today. Now, Minnie, what are you talking about? You said they're back together. Who is they? Are you talking about Tyrese and his wife? No, because I know the baby, the little girl, though, was by his ex-wife, Norma. No, her name is Shayla. That's her name. But Shayla is by his ex-wife, Norma. They're not together. Because originally, from what I understood, though, that she filed a restraining order against him for abuse. But when they went to court, the court had dropped the charge as far as for abuse. So he still allowed visitation, but they're still going through the custody battle. But he better hope and pray once again, though, that if the court system find out about all these videos that he's making on social media and editing them and then posting them. If the court system find out about all these videos that he's putting up there about this weird behavior, they're going to mess around. They're going to find him as an unfit parent. And far as him having his chances on winning custody of his daughter, guess what are the chances on winning custody? 0. It ain't going to happen. Because what's going to happen, he's going to end up getting giving the mother full custody of that little girl. Take care of business and focus on your new baby that's coming. Exactly. Yo, that's right. He does have a new baby coming. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I'm conscious of fact. I agree. That's where he fucked up at. I mean, making these videos and all this crying and then the part that fucked me up is when he did that second video talking about how his chef wasn't around and I got you, baby, and going through all these weird changes. And I told the people on that particular video what I saw today. My personal thing is I think that chef had quitted on him because of his erratic behavior, his weird behavior, and being surrounded by all those knives. I really feel that's the reason why that chef wasn't there. I think he quit on Tyrese. I really do. I really, truly do. Did you hear Will and Jada gave Tyrese $5 million to stay off the... Oh, my Lord, are you serious? Then he turns around and me. Oh, my Lord. Are you serious, Chosen Gift? Chosen Gift, one of my subscribers, her comment was, she asked me a question. She said, did you hear Will and Jada gave Tyrese $5 million to stay off the internet? Then he turns around and made the last video in the kitchen, which I saw this morning. That motherfucker need to go somewhere and sit his ass down somewhere. Why can't they have joint custody? Alicia, to be honest with you, I really don't know. I really don't know. And Zilma said, nigga, fix your own food. Yeah, because I don't understand why the motherfucker got to sit up here and hire a chef to cook his food in the first goddamn place. If you know how to cook, go for what the fuck you know and make your own shit and provide for your own goddamn family. I mean, going back to what I said, he needs to hold on to his own nuts and man the fuck up. I hope he don't do anything to himself. And then Tanya said, wow, Chosen ain't like, yeah, I hope he don't though, because conscious of fact, you know, my theory is I think Tyrese is really heading towards self-destruction. I mean, but that proves right there, you could have all the money in the world, but you don't necessarily have to be happy or have any type of peace of mind. That's how I feel about it. If he can't afford a chef, then he can pay. If he can afford a chef, then he could pay child support. Exactly, Alicia. Alicia said if he can afford a chef, then he could pay child support. You goddamn right. I mean, and Tyrese is only bitching about $13,000 a month. I mean, dude, really? $13,000 a month? I mean, and he has to look at it though. I mean, that type of money right there, he could put towards his daughter's college education. And you know something, in answer to your question, Minnie, I really feel though, I think he is having a mental breakdown. I mean, but my thing is, if you're having a mental breakdown, don't do that shit on social media. You have to go to the right people. There are professional people out here that deals with issues like that. I mean, you got people out here, you got doctors and specialists that deals with depression. I mean, and it was people on the internet said that he might be bipolar. If he is, still get treatment. Schizophrenic. I don't know. I mean, but whatever the situation is, whatever type of breakdown or mental issues he's going through, he needs to check himself into a mental hospital and he needs to be evaluated, because I think it was like a few days ago, he was talking about he went to the hospital because he was experiencing chest pains, but he really needs to go into a mental hospital and get seriously evaluated. I mean, real talk. Right? And now everybody's clowning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, I mean, and then let me state this. This fool gonna have the nerve to sit up here and talk about black women like a doll, but you're gonna get on social media, on Instagram, and doing all this bitching and stuff, and you the one bitching up. I mean, you basically, you know, that's basically double standard. You telling the women talking about us in one way, but you're doing the complete opposite, though. I mean, you acting just as bad as the women. And I mean, really? He's just embarrassing himself. Exactly. He wants to be so much, and really, he's just a normal person. Money don't make you. Yeah, I mean, because I don't give a damn how much money that you make, though. I mean, that still don't give you any. I mean, you can't sleep with your money. Number one, money doesn't give you a peace of mind. it may help you to take care of your bills and get the few things that you want, the things that you need. But when you're talking about spirituality, when you talk about inner peace, ain't no piece of money is going to give you that. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that. He should sell some transformers he has in his house. Well, I'm not going to really touch on his house too much, but I know the motherfucker really need to get his mind right. Embarrassing yeah, I mean, not just, and let me state this, Zoma, not only he's an embarrassment to the Watts community, he's an embarrassment to the black community, period. I mean, you putting out all this music, calling yourself trying to be a positive image. And I remember he was on Facebook quite a few times, giving some spiritual messages. And I remember that he was giving spiritual messages and talking to the people almost every day. And the man just did a straight up 360-degree flip. And that just really messed my head up. And it doesn't make any type of sense, though. And maybe some of the people, maybe some of our subscribers can make me understand this. Once again, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But that shows you right there, going back to what I said, though. What is America? What direction is America going through? I mean, the people going crazy, the celebrities going crazy. Hell, everybody in America, all the people going crazy. I mean, it's just nuts plus nuts equals crazy. I mean, these three subjects, all three of these people are just nutty as a fruitcake. The man that shot the people at the church in Texas, he's nutty. The father that killed his 14-year-old son because he's a gay guy, he's nutty. Now Tyrese dealing with this custody battle and all these other issues he's going through, he's straight up nutty. So it's just straight up fucked up all across the board. He needs to surround himself with positive people. I mean, I ain't trying to be no savior or anything, but my thing is that Tyrese, he needs to get somewhere in a quiet place. He needs to sit his ass down and stay off of social media and chill himself out. It's falling. I did a video. Yeah, I believe in conscious effect. America is definitely falling. He said he did a video on that today. Yeah, people, go check out the conscious effect, though, because he does put out powerful videos. Definitely show him some love. Baby, I think it's something more than just in the water that's making people going crazy. I believe it's people's minds. Going back to what I said earlier, it's all about within. I mean, people is just going crazy, and it's just going back to the amount. Where's Reverend Ron? I thought that they were close. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with the relationship with him and Reverend Ron. But my thing is, though, I don't give a damn, though, how many rich celebrities, friends that he has. I mean, what he needs to focus on, his own issues, because the pattern that he's going by, the trend that he's going right now, he's going to fuck around and lose his family. He's going to lose his daughter. And he's talking about his daughter, his baby mean the world to him. Dude, sit your ass down somewhere, though. You need to calm your mind, calm your spirit down, and get some form of direction about yourself, because the trend that you're going, it is not a good look. And you are too old, to be going through all this unnecessary shenanigans. I mean, what are you trying to prove behind, having all these outbursts, unnecessary behavioral issues on social media? I mean, you're supposed to keep that in your household. I mean, that's the purpose of you having a partner, having a wife. Any issues that you're going through, I mean, she's supposed to have your back and you're supposed to have hers. That's the purpose of being married and being together as a unit, as a couple. You're supposed to have each other's backs, regardless of what, who, how, when, why, whatever. I mean, now, if you were single, maybe. But, doing all this ramping and raving and stuff and talking about he paying all this money for child support, hell, he shouldn't no motherfucking court should sit up here and tell you to be responsible and take care of your own family. I mean, that should become just second nature to you. He seems to be destroying himself in every way. I mean, if you ask me personally, Chosen Gift, I think the man is going crazy. I mean, the man is really, literally is going, I mean, he is, I think he's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and that's the best way I could put it. Because there's other people, celebrities that have been through custody battles. But I tell you one goddamn thing, you never see them broadcasting that shit on social media. They handle their business and they keep the shit moving. You know what I'm saying? So he sells some of them cars and take care of that third. Man, please. Ain't nobody thinking about Tyrese's ass. He just need to just sit his ass down, shut up all that goddamn crying, grab on and hold on to his known nuts, and man the fuck up and stop all the bullshit. Because these brothers, I mean, I saw some of the brothers, they not falling for that shit. If he think that people are supposed to feel sorry for him, he's got another thing coming. I don't know if this is a cry for help or attention. And remember, he played a part of this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's just a whole bunch of unnecessary shenanigans. If you ask me personally, it's just some straight up bullshit. If you ask me, it's just a big mess though. And he can't blame anybody for this mess but himself. Face and Love really got on his ass. Shit, there's a whole lot of niggas got on his ass if you ask me personally, Conscious Effect. I mean, I saw the videos and I'm sitting up here going, damn, really? Wow. Yep, I agree. Now that's a good point, Zoma. You don't see Russell Simmons crying about his child support. Hell no. Now that is a real good point. I heard Jada and Will has donated them money. They probably did. I'm not questioning that. Yeah, but that's a good point, Zalima. It says you don't see Russell's. Yeah, there's a lot of celebrities you don't see crying. Russell Simmons don't cry about his payments, and then people like Ludacris, though, he was battling, as far as child custody. You don't see them crying and bitching about the shit. Yeah, Keith Sweat, yeah, going through it. Right, they're going through child custody things too, and they're not bitching and crying and getting on social media and bawling all this bullshit. I don't appreciate how he talks about black women. Has he forgot? Now that's another good point, Joyce. Now her comment was, I don't appreciate how he talks about black women. He has forgotten he can't. Well, let me give you a slight correction on that, Joyce. He didn't come from a black woman. He came through a black woman. He originally came from the creator because, he's, Tyrese, even though he's fucked up in the head though, but Tyrese is the creation. So actually he came through a black woman, if you know what I mean. He came from the creator, but he came through a black woman. But yeah, but I see what you're saying though. He definitely has forgotten about that. And that makes sense. It really makes sense. So, but you guys, excuse me, I got a piece of ice. Why did the sister falsely accuse him, though? Should we give her a pass? Now, Chili, are you talking about in terms of his ex-wife is concerned? Can you kind of clarify that for me just a little bit? Because I'm not sure what you said. Now, okay, why did the sister falsely accuse him? Now, you talk... Thank you, JB. Thank you. I mean, I was just kind of putting some ice down. That way my throat won't get dry and start sounding hoarse. Now, okay, going back to your question, Chili. Now, if you're talking about falsely accusing him, are you talking about far as on the child abuse thing? Okay, yeah. I don't know. I mean, because back in the day, like I said, when parents did whoop the kids' ass, though, and some of them did it to the point, though, where they didn't hardly could sit down. But, and I had the same conversation with my mom. I said, you can't whoop kids anymore because we're living in a different time. We're living in a different era and there's different rules. And, these court systems is not putting up with that type of mess though. So, but apparently the child abuse case though, the charges got dropped on. He still got his 6 hours of visitation. But personally, I don't think he's ready for far as custody is concerned. No. I mean, I think he should only just allow, if he sees her, if he gets through this situation, allow her to see her just on weekends. About the comments he made about black women. I forgot his exact words though, but I know he did talk about black women. I forgot the exact words that he used though, but he did talk about black women in a negative way. But I still say when it all boils down, Tyrese Gibson, go sit your motherfucking black ass down somewhere. Get a life. Stop putting your business out there on motherfucking social media. Because what people fail to understand is social media is not meant for all of your personal business to be broadcasted on there. Certain things you just need to learn how to keep to yourself and deal with the issues by yourself. I mean, now with me, for instance, I'm not trying to make any comparisons, but I guarantee you, though, I'm not going to put all of my personal business on social media because for the whole world to find out, man, bump all of that. Whatever goes on in my personal life, it stays in my personal life. Simple as that. So, with that being said, now it's been over an hour. I'm about to get ready to wrap this live stream up. So, I'm going to kind of keep the floor open for open dialogue in case anybody has any questions. Oh, I do want to address one question to my subscribers. Now, does anyone have any... Now, this is the month of November, and I know this is the month of Thanksgiving coming up. Does anyone have any suggestions in terms of future topics that you want to see me talk about on these future videos is concerned? Because I'm planning on, like I said, going back to putting up videos, like I said, slowly but surely every day, whenever the time permits me. What happens in the house, it stays in the house. Absolutely, I do agree. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. I mean, because everything is not meant to be on social media. You know, certain things, yes, but not everything. Certain things you just need to keep to yourself, real talk. And I mean, and what kills me is when I see all of these parents, they sit up here and they want to whoop these kids and embarrass them on social media. And what they fail to understand is that type of damage that you put on a kid, that's going to follow that kid for the rest of their lives. And that's just the truth. So, yeah, but back to this question. And after that, I'm going to get ready to wrap this video up. Does anyone have any future topics that you want to see me talk about on my future up and coming shows and stuff? I mean, did you want me to stick with celebrities or you want me to stick with the real subjects or do a little bit of both? Conscious Effect and, you know, who else? Chosen Gift, Tanya, Chili Willie, JB Bat, Joyce Torrance, Minnie Jones, just to name a few, Zalima Hall, Elizabeth Cox, if you're still out there, give me some suggestions. Alicia says both. Zalima says both. Are you talking about far as... Yeah, Chosen Gift. I think you have my email. Definitely email me suggestions. Okay. Yeah, because it's like I've been kind of focusing on a lot of the celebrities and stuff, but I'm going to kind of get back on doing more realistic topics, though, because as far as the celebrities, I mean, it's kind of good to talk about and express your opinions, but at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, though, they're going to do what they want to do regardless. But that's the reason why I kind of, talked about, brought this subject about this Texas shooting and about that 14-year-old boy that was shot by his dad, though, because he was gay, which I thought that was so damn stupid. It's just sad. So far, let me see. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, 5 people said do a little bit of both. Yeah, which I was doing that in the past anyway. I was kind of touching on a lot of subjects from celebrities to music, politics in the Black community, using your power to affect change. I guess it depends on what type of things in politics that you're speaking about. Social topics are important things that involve our daily lives. True, that part is true. Yeah, like I said, because anytime before I do a video, I kind of look it up on Google and see what's new stories that's taking place, and then go from there. Hey, Regina, how you doing? But I'm here now. Better late than... Okay, now, Regina, just to kind of recap on what the live stream was about, I talked about 3 different stories. I talked about the breaking news about the shootings that took place in east of San Antonio, Texas, where it was 27 people that were killed and 20 people injured. Then I talked about the second story was about this black father had murdered his 14-year-old son because his son is gay and because of his sexual preference. And his mentality was about better to have a dead son than a gay son. And the third topic was talking about, I was just expressing my opinion about the Tyrese story. So Donna Brazel, I got to do some research on her. The father who shot his son, I feel he was being selfish. I guess so. Let me see. Another white boy did the killing in Texas. Yeah, because I know Walter did talk about 2 boys that were shot. I think the white boy lived, if I'm not mistaken. It was the black boy that was shot and was killed, though. But yeah, but the black boy, he was the one that was he was gay. And daddy didn't agree with that, which I found out to be quite sickening. But his father gonna meet his transgressions. Oh, not a problem, Regina, not a problem. Yeah, I thought that you wanted to be aware of those. Yeah, those are the topics that I was emphasizing on. But yeah, but when I read about that gay boy who died because of his daddy, I think that's just, man, I mean, you got to be a real sick individual to do some bullshit like that. People who get on social media and air their personal life for business is just crazy, in my opinion. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on the situation. Yeah, it depends on what you're talking about. So yeah, it definitely depends though. So yeah, I knew I mentioned on a video yesterday that I was going to talk about Dr. King though, but when I kind of sat back and gave it some thought though, I had decided not to discuss it. So I had to retract that. But when I read that story about that Texas situation, I thought that was a little bit more important to bring up as a discussion, because it's time for a change, and all these people across America, all these shootings and killings that's taking place. We need to come up with some sort of a petition, though. I mean, for legislation, though, to try to pass more strict gun laws, though, and to try to put more enforcement on law enforcement to come out here and try to crack down on these people that's murdering these people, because that's some sad shit, man. I mean, real talk. I mean, it's just really, really fucking ridiculous. So I'm going to try to look into that probably later on this week, though, in terms about how to start a petition forward to legislation. Love you, Joyce. Good night, good night, good night. Have a wonderful evening. Yep, that's pretty much my cue. Yeah, people, now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'm going to sign off. For those of you, like I said, don't take it the wrong way, have lost their way. No, yeah, Regina, I agree, though. There's definitely no morals anymore. I mean, going back to what I said, we're in a different era of time. There's no morals, and it's going back to the homes, because like I said, these parents is not, they're not being properly taught. Good night, Tanya. Good night, Elizabeth. Yeah, that's my cue. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's been an hour and exactly 11 minutes. I'm going to go on and end this video because I have to get up extremely early in the morning. So I wanted to say to all the people that chimed in on the live video, thank you so very much. I want to say namaste. Peace be unto you and everybody that's watching this live stream. And for those of you who are interested in giving a donation, look at the information in the description box on the bottom, or you can send me an email at charris7102@gmail.com. You're quite welcome, Regina. Thank you so very much for the support. I'm going to say good night to everybody, and I'm going to say one love, and I'm going to end this like I always state this. I'm going to say that I love you, I bless you, I have faith in you, I realize the spirit in each and every one of you. So until the next video, I'm dropping the mic. Everybody, I want to say good night and have a wonderful evening. For those of you that's catching this video on the back end, please leave your comments on the bottom and let me know what you think about these 3 stories. So until then, I want to say good night to everybody and have a wonderful and blessed, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much, though, somebody named Cass Sims from Brazil. Thank you so very much for chiming in, even though I'm getting ready to end this. But yeah, he's watching me all the way from Brazil. And I want to thank you, Cass Sims, for watching this broadcast from Brazil. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. If anyone else has any suggestions about future topics on my videos, send me the suggestions at charris7102@gmail.com. But I'm going to go ahead and end this. I want to say enjoy the rest of your Sunday, enjoy the rest of your evening, and you have a blessed week. So until the next video, I'm dropping the mic, and I'm getting ready to chime out. Have a wonderful evening. I love you guys. Thank you, and good night.